Welcome into the In the Money podcast for Thursday, April 18th. Tom Leach along with Jim Goodman, and no stake on the Thursday card, so we're just going to take a look at the late pick four that starts in race 6 on Thursday, a $100,000 maiden claimer for fillies and mares that'll go 6 furlongs. Jim, who do you like?
Well, I like Wesley Ward. It's going to be a broken record, and Wesley he's only won 3 races through Sunday, but he's got the favorite in here probably with Paperclip, coming off a maiden special weight effort last year. He dropped in for $100,000, even though that's not much of a drop. Horse has been working well at Keeneland, and he gets them ready, and this is a first 3-year-old race for Paperclip. But I didn't think he was a standout in here. She was a standout. I thought Urban Insight for Charlie Lepresti, tried her at maiden special weight last year, has a lot of early speed and showed that at the Keeneland race back in October, came back in Churchill as a favorite, has a run since then. So I think Lepresti has a shot in here. And took a first-time starter with Phil Sims called Miss Leggy Locker. A couple of good works at Keeneland. Tyler Gaffleone takes the ride. He's 25% on a very limited sample for Phil Sims. But I think those 3, Wesley's other horse, Britis Bay, may have progressed since last year's trial on the turf at Kentucky Downs, but again, a lot of early speed. Couldn't see anything else in here that interested me, so I'm going to stick with those 3 horses.
I ended up on Urban Insight. I thought the horse ran well off the layoff last fall. Rosario's been riding really well. I think you mentioned that yesterday, and he takes the ride here, which was noteworthy, I thought. And the horse had a sharp local workout here on April the 11th. So I'll try to beat the Wesley Wards with Urban Insight, but the 2 Wards, Paperclip and Britta's Bay, 6 and 3, I like a lot too. If you want to go deeper, I thought Hold On a Minute, the 1, Bourbon Girl, the 4, were a little interesting, but I really think the winner probably comes from those top 3. 7th race is for claimers, non-winners of 2 lifetime, fillies and mares going a mile and a 16th. I took So Aristocratic here. I didn't see a whole lot of speed in this race, and I thought that horse had enough that could make her tough to beat in here. I'm going to forgive the races at Oaklawn, one of them on off track and the other one with a horrible post position. So if you forgive those, then I'm going to take a shot with So Aristocratic. British Invader, though, I'll have on the ticket, the 5. Fun Patty, the 1. Probably go, that's about as far as I'll go on the pick 4, but Valkyrie, if you want to go a little deeper, it was the next one that I had on my list. How about you?
Yeah, we don't agree on this race. Excuse me. So I think it's probably a spread race.
Good point.
I liked Fun Patty as my number 1 pick, but this is a very weak race. We get some of these in the last couple of weeks of Keeneland's meet, and it's a 20,000 claimer non-winners 2 lifetime. Trying to get a Keeneland win under their belt, but they've struggled. And horses that are 1 for 10, 1 for 17. I really didn't have a strong opinion here, but I went with Fun Patty, one of the horses that you mentioned for Tim Gleishaw. Has tried the turf, has gotten off the turf a couple times, hadn't run that well. I'm not crazy about the horse, but B.J. Hernandez takes them out, and I think she's got a shot here. I think Double Oaked, one of the horses that you did not mention, dropping out of the allowance races at Turfway to a 20,000 claimer at Keeneland. I'm not sure that's a very big drop because she's run for 16 before. But she's 1 for 17. But she does have 8 in the money finishes other than that 1 win. So you might key her underneath in the tries. And the other one that I like just because she's only been out 3 times. She broke her maiden first time out at Mountaineer. She's gone to Laurel and Mahoning Valley and was the favorite last time out in Mahoning Valley, but Righteous Ruby on the outside for Paul McEntee. So I could go all in here very easily, but I'm going to go with those 3, 1, 2, and 8.
Let's go to the 8th race, which is non-winners of 1 other than allowance on the turf. Sprinters going 5.5. You've got Wesley Ward in here that looks pretty intriguing. Where did you land?
I think Wesley's horse Fooch is going to be the favorite here, and this one I do have a favorable opinion on. Caught a yielding turf course at Keeneland last time out, and if you go back to the maiden win at Belmont, he's got a lot of speed, and at the 87 buyer would win this in a walk. So If it runs back to that, I think Fooch is probably the winner here. Also use Master Guns for McLean Robertson, a really good trainer that doesn't have many horses here. Get Western for Charlie Presti, I think has a shot off that pretty good effort at Franklin on the Franklin Simpson last year, Kentucky Downs, and ran well in the Ellis Park turf last year. A lot of early speed there as well. And King of Candy, 12 hole is no bargain at 5.5 furlongs, but Paul McGee brings this one in out of Fairgrounds. The Fairgrounds horses have been running pretty well up here. So I would think that Wesley might be a possible single in here. I didn't single. I used four to pick four, but Fucha would be my favorite, my pick here in the race.
Yeah, that's who I ended up on as well. Wesley Ward's very good in the turf sprints, very good off the layoff. And I like the 3-5 furlong works here for this one. I think that suggests that Fuch should be ready to go. Master Guns I'm going to use. Been out at Oaklawn for Mac Robertson, so there's no turf racing there. You look back to the last time on turf was here last fall and ran a good second. Get Western, you mentioned that one. Iona Moby, the 2, off a nice maiden breaking win last time for Brian Lynch. I think merits some consideration in here if you want to go deeper. If you want to go even deeper and get a little bit of a price, you could take a look at Get Your Mind Right. And the main angle there is just Giroux's a jockey that's been doing well at this meet. Agent and he and his agent picking their spots well. And so this horse off a maiden win, nothing in particular to like there other than the fact that Giroux's riding well, and I'll take a shot there if I go deeper on a ticket. But I think it's one of those top 3, Fooch, Master Guns, or Get Western. The 9th race is a 20K maiden claimer going 7 furlongs. Thought I could find a price horse in here. I took Joker Delish, the 8 horse at 8-1, dropping out of straight maiden company, so that's always a big drop into maiden claiming. And if you forgive the turf experiment last time, previous 2 races, or especially the one 2-backs, showed a little spark with some speed. There's not a whole lot you have to beat in here, so I thought that fact that this one showed some speed and dropping from straight maidens could be interesting at 8-1. Southern Humor I had next. Wild Road, or Tune In next after that, the first timer, and then Wild Road. So really about all equal on those. Not a real strong opinion here, so I'm just going to try to find a price for the 8, Joker Delish. How about you?
Another race that I don't have a strong opinion. I'm not going to have a single in my pick 4. I went with Tune In, the Brad Cox horster here. I like a horse even at a maiden 20 level. These other horses have proven that they can't win at either this level or some of them slightly below. So Tune In, Brad tends to put the horses where they fit, and this is not the best horse in his barn, but he's 5 for 16 at the meet, and I think Gaffleon on Tune In has a shot here. I think I also used Hermano, the 9, dropping out of a maiden special weight for Santa Anita, and ran Rediso Downs before that. So Hermano is just a kind of a flyer here. And the other horse I would use is Solo Drink for Jeff Engler. And one of the things that's been clear about our picks today is we haven't agreed on very much, so except for Wesley Ward. Solo Drink has the best numbers in the field off the Arlington races, but has not run dirt. So there are a lot of question marks in this race. I stuck with those 3, but I could go a lot deeper if I had the money.
So let's go to the pick 4. It starts in the 6th race, and I couldn't narrow it down a lot in any race, so I didn't go particularly deep and used multiple horses in every leg. I went 3-5 or 5-3-6 in the opener. Urban Insight, Paperclip, British Boy. 7-5-1 in the second leg. Fooch, Master Guns, Get Western, so 4-3-5 in the third leg, and then all 4 I mentioned in the last leg, 8-1-3-5. So that's 3x3x3x4, and by my count, that's $54.50. How about your pick 4 ticket?
We've got exactly the same number. I went 3x3x4x3. So in the first leg, I mean, this is a tough card to handicap. I'll admit that right off that I couldn't find a strong favorite anywhere. So in the 6th race, I went 2-5-6, Miss Lady Locker, Urban Insight, and Paperclip. 7th race, I went 1-2-8, Fun Patty, Double Oaked, and Righteous Ruby. 3rd leg, I went 3-4-5-12, Master Guns, Fooch. Get Western and King of Candy. And then the last leg, I went 3, 6, 9, Tune In, Solo Drink, and Hermano. If you wanted to single the Wesley horse in the third leg and take a shot, then at catching a price in that maiden 20, I wouldn't blame anybody for that one. But I couldn't find the single either, so we both spent $54 today.
Best of luck with your wagers on the Thursday card at Keeneland. Got a stake race on Friday. We'll be back to talk about the Double Dog Dare Stakes and the late pick 4 on the Friday card on our next edition of the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.